So we're talking about the 2023 NFL draft, and I got to thinking about the Seahawks. The Seahawks have the fifth overall pick. This is the pick that came from the from the Denver Broncos in the Russell Wilson trade. And so here's the Seahawks who are picking fifth overall. They just went to the playoffs. And in these mock drafts, and I've done it too, the favorite pick there that most people do is Tyree Wilson, the defensive end from the Texas Tech, or some other defensive lineman, so on. And it's not everybody, but that's the consensus. And I think the consensus is that they're going to re-sign Geno Smith because he played really well with them this past year, and they'll take one of the top defensive linemen with that pick and move on. And I just don't get that. I don't understand that. And I'm sitting here thinking, Geno Smith played really well, don't get me wrong. But the Seahawks, I think they're going to take a quarterback here. And I see them. Here's a team that hit the draft really good last year. This team is a lot better. I've been critical of John Snyder recently, but he's done really well. And this team is set up for a lot of success. You know, you've got a star running back who's on a rookie deal. You got two bookend tackles on rookie deals. You've got a stud corner on a rookie deal. And Geno Smith played well last year. But can you truly count on him being able to do that year in and year out? And if you look at the Seahawks, if they don't take a quarterback, we saw this with the Atlanta Falcons a few years ago. They were sitting there at the fourth pick. They could have took Justin Fields, and Justin Fields, the jury's still out on him. But they took a tight end. Now they're kind of in quarterback purgatory. And I know they have the eighth pick this year, and they could move up. But the Seahawks are a team that they're good enough that they're not always going to be in this position to be at a top 5 pick. So why not trade up? Why not make a move to get your quarterback of the future? And I think the quarterback to kind of keep an eye on is Will Levis. I mean, if we think about this, John Snyder, it's been on the record that John Snyder really liked Josh Allen. He was a big fan of him coming out. And there's a guy that reminds me a lot of Josh Allen. I don't think he's going to be to that level, but the situation is similar. And that's Will Levis from Kentucky. Big athlete, strong arm. I mean, you have to know that John Snyder, he loves the traits, and Will Levis has the traits. And if you think about it, the situation is set up. You've got Geno Smith. You know, the talk is, oh, Will Levis, he's got some work to do. Well, franchise tag Geno Smith, draft Will Levis, let him sit, develop. Maybe it's for a full year, like Patrick Mahomes did. Maybe it's half the season. And now you're set up for your quarterback of the future. You know, as good as Geno Smith played this year, he was limited. He has a ceiling. Whereas a guy like Will Levis, the ceiling's high. The floor might be super low too, don't get me wrong. But the ceiling is high. And let's not, so we have the connection. There's more connections than just this. You know, I talked about John Snyder, really like Josh Allen. He really likes traits. There's those signs right there. But let's not forget, who is the Seahawks offensive coordinator? It's Waldron. Came from the Rams. Sean McVay's system. They run that McVay-Shanahan scheme. What has Will Levis done the last 2 years in college? He's ran a Liam Cohen, who came from Sean McVay. So he's been in this system for a couple years. Don't be surprised. Don't be shocked if the Seattle Seahawks make a move. I don't know if they're going to trade up to number 1, but if they truly believe, John Snyder, says, this is the guy that's going to hit big. This is the next Josh Allen. This is the next big-time quarterback, Justin Herbert. They're within striking distance. Make an offer to the Bears to move up, to secure him at that number 1 pick. Maybe someone trades up to get Bryce Young. Then they don't have to even move up even just a little bit to get Will Levis. So remember this. Don't be shocked if the Seattle Seahawks make a move to go get Will Levis.